this space intentionally left blank. It's Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Here we are with Cerebus issue 129, chapter 16 of Jaka's story. Jaka returns home, and Rick delivers a letter to her from Oscar. It's in Lower Felden, so he's unable to read what it says. She gives it a quick read-through, bemused, and then reveals that he wants to watch her dance tomorrow night. She writes a response and gives it to Rick to give to Oscar, but won't tell him what it says. He then questions if any of her dresses are missing, as the thought of Cerebus in a dress returns to his mind. The next morning, Rick delivers the letter to Oscar, who gets a hearty laugh from it, immensely charmed by the letter. He tells Rick to relate to her that he will bring plenty of money and will comply with her wishes, but asks him not to mention Jaka's story to her just yet. Later, Jaka tries on a few outfits, and this is juxtaposed by Oscar trying on a few different suits. Soon at the pub, Oscar bows and greets Jaka, speaking in Lower Felden. He offers Pud 50 crowns for champagne, which sends the owner rushing to fetch it. Oscar charms the old tavern patron by reciting the oath of the old man's military regiment, the Easton Regulars. Jaka dances for the crowd of Rick, Pud, Oscar, and the old man. Oscar gives the old man a cigarette laced with opium, which lifts his spirits considerably. Jaka dances some more. As the old man tells Oscar and Rick a bawdy joke, Jaka points out to Pud the amount of money he's making tonight, and reiterates again how he's going to be rich, as he deserves. She then kisses his cheek, which makes him blush. Jaka dances once again. Oscar finally announces he's going to leave for a moment to fetch his latest book, which he'll read excerpts from, known as Jaka's Story. How will Jaka react to this news? In the prose flashbacks, 11-year-old Jaka continues taking command of her own destiny, and attempts to gain a seat closer to her uncle, Lord Julius, at the nightly extended family dinner. She targets a young boy whose seating position is closer to her uncle than she's normally at, and she uses her newly developed womanly charms to join him at dinner. Will this ruse work? You know what I should mention right about now? The lack of music in the series of Cerebus. Notice, Pud's Pub lacks a band of any kind, nor even a single musician, and of course this is long before jukeboxes. Jaka is effectively dancing to complete silence. I mean, this wasn't the case in her earlier appearances, at least on her first appearance, when the last time we saw her dance. There was a band there, I seem to recall. Now, I heard before, we've read in the series, that Sirenists have banned music. They banned a lot of things. They banned women in pubs, they banned dancing, they banned plenty of things, but this actually is an intentional lack of music. It's a creative choice by Dave Sim. To him, apparently, or at least eventually, Cerebus's world is without music. It wasn't always true. There have been references to songs in the past, so it's more of a cumulative thing. It's kind of odd, though, considering the fact that so many issues are named after song titles, and so many characters are based on musicians. But, you know, it is what it is. Much like dancing is tough to pull off in comics, music is even tougher. More than requiring the audience to use their imaginations when reading lyrics with little musical notes beside it, this actually requires the audience to carry a tune. So, yeah, it's not that easy to do. Not really. I can see why he chose not to include it. This is a really fun issue. It's nice to have all the characters in the storyline, sans Cerebus, all together in one room. This is what Jaka's story has been leading up to. The big picture is coming together nicely now that all the pieces are in place. Although, what picture will that form? Next time, someone's at the door.